Day tour, 15 mules included. We've seen some pretty beautiful scenery in all these destinations that we've talked about, like Iceland. Really, the focus of this tour and really why people are going to Iceland so much is the scenery. It's a land of contrasts. You have huge icebergs and then also active volcanoes. And kind of the fire and the ice mixing between the two, it's going to create kind of an alien planet sort of feel that you can't find anywhere else. It's one of the most commonly visited places now, believe it or not, is Iceland in terms of tourism. So a lot of things that we do on this tour. So again, I mentioned that the first day is going to be your overnight flight. First couple of days are Reykjavik, and then we're going to go to Bogarnes for the next couple of nights. Vik, which is a smaller village that we'll stay in for 2 nights, also in name it's smaller, and then we'll finish off in Reykjavik and then depart on the 10th day. This is a 44-person tour. On average, we get about 37, and this is a level 3. You're going to be doing some hiking here to get to some of the beautiful places that this country has to offer. We do have to walk a little bit, so walking up to, again, 2.5 hours on average at a moderate pace, climbing up 3 flights of stairs, and again, being able to get off of the different kinds of transportation that we're using on this tour. Definitely a variety of terrains too. So I recommend do a little hiking if you're planning on going on this trip. We all look in great shape, so I'm not too worried. But just in case, you know, it's there is some walking on this trip. I'm going to play you a quick video actually, just to mix it up for you.
There are things you can learn by traveling that you will never be able to learn from a book. And it just makes the world smaller. Hi, I'm Luciana Lyons. I am from Naples, Italy, and I have been a tour manager for Collect for the past 5 years. If I had the opportunity to invite our guests to one destination, it would have to be my favorite, which is Iceland. The thing about Iceland is that it's pure, it's wild, and it's dramatic. One of my favorite places to go to in Iceland to bring my guests is Jökulsárlón. It's this beautiful glacier lagoon. My eyes just sparkle every time I see it. My job is very unique. It brings me to some wonderful destinations. I get to meet some wonderful people, and I just feel like I'm very, very grateful.
So, you know, this is a place that is a bucket list. You know, this is a once in a lifetime experience, really. And some of the things you're going to see here are going to be forever imprinted in your brain. And I'll point out what those things are. This is Iceland. We're going to start off. This is picture here is Vik. One of the cool things about Iceland, does anyone know what Iceland's primary energy source is? Thermal water. Yeah. Geothermal energy, yeah. So about 90% of Iceland is powered by geothermal energy. So here's a factory here. One of the really cool places that will go on this trip is the lagoons, which people know quite well. And those are powered and warmed by these plants, actually. So, all right, so here's Reykjavik. Reykjavik is the quote unquote large city of Iceland, but you're going to find that it still has very much a small town sort of point feel to it. And it's a big, small city. And we're going to take you on a walking tour throughout Reykjavik. We'll have a welcome lunch first because we've just flown quite a long way. So we'll give you some time in the morning to relax. First thing we'll do is have a welcome lunch in Reykjavik. And then we'll take you on a walking tour throughout the city with all sorts of different things to see. This here is the largest church in the world. It's Hallgrímskirkja. And you'll go up front and see it up close. Day 3, this is one of my favorite days on the trip, but also what a lot of people say is their favorite day. A lot of things that we do here: Gullfoss Waterfall, Geysers geothermal area, Thingvellir National Park. We go to the dairy farm, and then we also go to a stud farm and greenhouse cultivation center. I'll explain what all of these things are, but each is very, very dramatic and different from the next. I'll show you. This is what Gullfoss Waterfall looks like. You know, and it's several waterfalls, and it's also Iceland's largest waterfall, of which there are many. So that's saying something. One of the things that we do here as well is the stud farm and greenhouse center, and really the focus, of course, is preservation of the animals and equal treatment of animals, but then also growing pesticide-free food, which you'll find all the food here is gonna be fresh. I know, I was speaking with a traveler that went here and they asked if milk was grass-fed. And the person responded, what else would it be? So that's really the core component of Icelandic food is it's all very fresh. And a few things I want to talk about as well here. Geyser geothermal area is really, really cool because it's actually one of the first discovered geysers in the world. So getting to go and see it, it plunges, I think, about like 200 feet into the air. It's really, really dramatic. Then we also go to a dairy farm where everything is grass fed, and you'll get to learn how they live their daily lives because it's going to be owned by a family. Okay, we'll then move on to Bulgarnis. There's a lot to see here. Akrafjall Mountain, Akranis Lighthouse, the hot spring, and the Barnafoss waterfall. We're going to head out, and this is kind of on the scenic western coast of Iceland. You're going to see a lot of picturesque things here. The Akrafjall Mountain is right there, and you'll see it's kind of just stretching very, very high, and it's very dramatic. You'll see waterfalls cascading down. We'll also go to a hot spring, and then the lighthouse is actually similar to the Belém Tower in Portugal. This is kind of travelers' first sight as they enter Iceland is the Akranis Lighthouse naturally. So getting to go to see all of those things, but also viewing the surrounding landscape with a good camera, I recommend is really cool. Day 5, we'll go to Ólafsvík, Iceland, which is located right on the north of Snæfellsnes Mountains. And you'll spend some time exploring the small town, and then you can enjoy lunch on your own before joining a whale watching cruise. One of the cool things about this too, is again, a smaller town. That is the town itself. So you're really getting an authentic glimpse into Icelandic culture by visiting this. And also, even off the coast, you might even see whales, kind of their flippers coming up. So this is really the best place to do whale watching. I'll just show you this quick video. This is Breiðafjörður Bay. Kind of what the scenery looks like. And this is kind of where we're going to be doing our whale watching. It's the best chance to experience whales, so we'll take you out there. We're also going to go to Mount Kyrkjafell, which is known for its dramatic scenery, and Mount Kyrkjafell being this almost unnatural looking mountain that juts out of the ground. You're going to see a lot of things like this that just don't make sense. But of course, you have your tour manager to explain kind of some of what most of it is going to be chalked up to how much geothermal activity is there in the region, but they'll be able to explain all the different things that go into how this was created in the first place many, many years ago. You'll also see, geothermal activity at work here. This is a core part of Icelandic culture, is understanding the geothermal activity of the region. So going to this museum and checking out how this plant actually creates it is quite interesting. And so you'll have a local guide take you around there. This is the hotel we're staying at as well, which seems just placed right in the middle of the stuff, just the beautiful countryside all around you. The rooms are quite nice in here as well. But the point is outside of your window, you're seeing like some beautiful, beautiful scenery with the ice caps in the background and these mountains here. So we'll journey through Vik, but we're going to go to Skógar, which is pictured right there. And it's these moss-covered houses that were previously residences. They're traditional turf houses, and you'll see inside as you go in, there's everyday items that have been preserved for hundreds of years inside of them. So it'll give you a glimpse into what life was like. Skogafoss waterfall. This is definitely a highlight of this trip. Again, also why it's a level 3 in terms of activity, because there is a path that you can take, and I don't know if you can see, it might be a little bit pixely, but there's a path that you can take where you can actually get behind the waterfall itself. And that's where you turn yourself around, you take a picture through the waterfall, and you see the beautiful coast in front of you with the waterfall plunging down dramatically. this is something that is gonna leave an imprint on you. Reyes Beach is also a place that we go to on day 7. Few things to note about this, there are these really bizarre, basalt rock formations that jut out of the ground here, but then also you're gonna notice that the sand is black. And as you can probably imagine, that's because of the volcanic activity that they look that way. But again, very, very alien in these rocks that jut out of the ground. You also see these puffins, which you might know are native to Iceland. So see a lot of puffins, kind of see them hobbling around there. Oh, my goodness. Very, very cute. So here, this is what the tour manager from the first video was talking about is Jökulsárlón, which is this just huge sheet of ice that stretches super, super far beyond the eye can see. And you'll take a cruise here on this smaller boat, and you'll go along and just take some beautiful pictures of scenery that you would not find here inside San Diego. So. We're returning finally to Reykjavik, and of course, we'll give you the opportunity to bathe in the Sky Lagoon. The Sky Lagoon, because the Blue Lagoon is actually shut down right now because of the volcanic activity of the region. So we'll go to the Sky Lagoon instead, which is open and totally safe. We'll also go and learn about wool weaving, but specifically how to put color on it, which is a tradition that's been passed down for years and years and years with a local artisan. So you'll have the chance to do that as well. But that's where the tour ends. Something really special I wanted to show you all for this one specifically. The person that designed this tour, who I've personally met, but she used to live in Iceland, but she has a few things to say about the tour as well.
When did the Iceland get so popular? Was it the waterfalls? Was it the volcanic sandy beaches, or searching for the northern lights? You'll see, it's magical.
I do hope you join us. I mean, Iceland is one of those places that you're never gonna forget. Especially in terms of just the visual appeal of it too. It's really, really beautiful. I also think 10 days is a perfect amount of length to go. Because you see everything that you need to. Same thing, the link is here. So you can go directly and look at the itinerary day by day, if you so choose. What are you looking at for this one? Here's the price. Cancel for any reason. It's $549 per person, deposit is $698. A little bit farther out deposit due date is January 16th, with it being 100% fully refundable, including the insurance, January 23rd, 2026. Okay, so $59.99 per person for the double occupancy, plus $549 per person insurance. I'll talk about what I mean by that 100% fully refundable in a second. So, few other things I want to talk about that apply to all of these tours. One thing that's really nice is included in this package is a pickup. So it's a hometown pickup. We'll pick you up from here and take you to the airport. That's included in the cost of the tour, and it might be at we'll be at one of the 2 campuses for MiraCosta, depending upon which one has the most travelers. But there is a hometown pickup that is included, which is really, really nice. You can upgrade to premium economy, business class. You can do those things. And the prices there are listed underneath the costs of the tour. So you can upgrade to premium or business, and you can pay an additional fee to do those things. Optional excursions you can also do as well, and I mentioned some of them. Pre-nights and post-nights you can tack on either side of the tour to extend your stay on either side. The hometown pickup will still apply if you do any of these things, by the way, just in case you're wondering. And then tour extensions, like the Madeira Island, you can extend your stay with a fully guided tour extension to Madeira Island, which is. And that's, all of this is totally optional, but if you're there, you might as well go big, so. Okay, the insurance. Travel insurance is so important. I don't want to sound too much like an insurance salesman, but really, this is something that I'd rather you regret buying it than regret not buying it. So with this package, which you pay $549 in addition, you can cancel for any reason up until 24 hours prior to departure. You don't have to file a claim, you don't have to do anything, just call us and let us know you want to cancel it, and we'll cancel it. It's as easy as that, and you'll get cash back. So it's not a future travel credit or voucher, it's gonna be direct cash back to you to your original form of payment. This covers everything as well, from medical assistance, evacuation, baggage loss or delay, flight delay, repatriation, excuse me, so everything is included in this package. You put down the payment on the time of the deposit for the insurance. It's optional, but not really. I think you should get it, just, save yourself the headache. If you've traveled with us before, we're automatically gonna apply discounts to your next trip. If it was 2 years, 2 years or more recent to any of these trips, we'll apply 5% of the original cost of the trip that you paid to whatever tour you decide to go on. So and we automatically take care of that for you, so you don't have to worry about saying something or doing something, we just do it. If you travel more and more with us, you can reach this level 2 Explorer package where you get a certain dollar amount off of optional excursions as well, further just reinforcing that, if you're loyal to Colette, but also to the trips that MiraCosta hosts, then it'll become cheaper as time goes on for you. Okay, this is something that I just really want. It sounds basic, but it's really important. One of the worst reasons people don't get to travel is because the passport's out of date. They check their passport a week before departure and they're like, oh no, and they run to the embassy or wherever, and they try to get their passport updated, whatever, or they try to do it online. But if you're even remotely thinking about doing any of these trips, definitely have an up-to-date passport. So, and we recommend up to 8 months beyond the travel date. So, ignore this. This is an old slide. This is the visa for the Schengen area countries is said to depart. They originally said May of 2025. You all remember the Real ID situation where they extended it for about 3-4 years, and then finally now they're making us do it. We'll snap our fingers in anger. This is looking something similar. So they've extended it into the later portion of 2026. Really, really easy to do. You just fill out an online application, utiasvisa.com, and now you pay a certain amount of money. I forget. I think it depends upon the country that you're traveling to. But I would make a note of this. If you do need to do it, we'll give you the proper guidance on how to do it as well. So, so you don't really have to worry about it for now. So that is it.
Excuse me, do you do that once, or that's a
You know,
renewable kind of thing?
Yes, I don't